Nobody cares about this elitist sport, says Chiz in the chat. Oh yeah, Bernie's gonna make us all sell our hockey equipment so we can give a bunch of shitty soccer balls to kids in the Congo. Fuck right off. It's a
Dude,
better
there's a
sport.
thing
It's more
about
fun.
Bernie. So here's the thing. One, I hear, like, it seems like Russians again and again and again are talking about Bernie Sanders. And the general theme I get from these Russians is, you guys don't know fuck about socialism. I do. You know, this is like, you don't want a giant government that controls everything. Trust me. You don't, excuse me, you don't want all this. And then I saw a YouTube video that said something that really burned into my head. It was, do you think you're going to do better or worse under socialism? And the guy's like, I think I'm going to do better. He's like, doesn't that feel greedy? Like, okay, then you're going to be taking things from people who are doing better than you. Why is that right? Aren't you greedy? No, those people I'm taking from are the greedy ones. How does that logic line up?
It doesn't line up.
I,
It doesn't.
Well,
It can
I
make
would say
sense.
there's a difference between democratic socialism and Leninism and Marxism and communism. It's a huge, big web to be debated. But even democratic socialism is a tad too on the take my shit away and give it to someone else side of things. So
it's socialism. I know democratic socialism, whatever, but it's a war on the losers against the achievers, right? And I feel like
Sanders versus Trump.
the only way
Losers versus the achievers, 2016.
I'm not
The
in love
doers
with
versus
Trump
the
either.
tweeters.
I'm not in love with Trump either. But
Of course not.
what was that shit? I lost my train of thought. I feel like the only way to honestly be for Sanders is if you're going to lose in that situation. If you're going to win as if you're going to benefit from a Sanders presidency, then you're a crook, right? If you're going to benefit from a Sanders presidency, then you're just trying to take somebody else's shit who probably, went further in school than you.
Damn,
I mean,
Woody.
Like, this is really, that's a really harsh way to put it, but it's
laying
really,
it down
you
there, huh?
can't, it's hard to argue against. Like, playing devil's advocate, let's see. Well, that's different, Woody, because some people need what.
Some people need a kick in the ass that capitalism
Woody,
gives them.
But I don't think you understand, Woody, but I want it. No, you're mixing things up. I want it. I want it, and you should be forced to give it to me. Rebuttal. I would not like to give it to you. Oh, this guy not giving me his.
Now who's greedy? Now I'm greedy. Yeah, now we've nailed it. And
totally.
Trump. So dude, we watched already, I think, the minute and a half thing on Trump's abortion. I think we saw it already, where he was cornered into answering, and he said for 2 hours he was for punishing women, and then he realized he was for punishing doctors. Trump's never been a politician, and his inexperience shows on the campaign trail. It shows in all this delegate trickery crap. It shows, and it will show in his presidency. I worry. If Trump wanted to be president, I wish he had done 6 years as senator first. He's going to
Or at least 3 or 4 weeks, like Obama.
Right? Was it 4 weeks or 3?
Do it over the course of a couple weekends. Get your feel for it. And then lead the
I don't think we want zero experience from Trump in there. I feel like that would just make him dirty. That toxic environment in Washington. They want an outsider, and they're going to get one. And let's hope that he assembles a cabinet who can guide him and make sure that he doesn't step into any more of these snafus with rules violations and stuff like that. It seems like, although that thing in Colorado does seem really shitty, because I know the rules are the rules. I get that. I know that nothing wrong was done. What I'm saying is the rules are wrong. They were wrong before the vote, regardless of who wins, because what ended up happening is the delegates decided to all go to Cruz before the people of Colorado even voted. So why even have them vote? Why have them vote at all? It doesn't make any sense to me on it, and just a common sense kind of level.
In every election in my entire life, I've
Convention
never
states.
really liked the notion of The people who say all politicians are dirty, all politicians are bad. It's like, no, that's lame, and it just reflects a lack of research and whatever. And you have to pick your favorite and vote for him. I've never had an election until this one. I don't like Trump. I don't like Hillary. I don't like Bernie. Somehow they all seem pretty flawed.
But Cruz.
I don't like Cruz. But
do you think he might be the Zodiac Killer?
So I don't. I hate that
Perhaps.
I can't find somebody to like. But this is what I'm trying to get to. I really do like the notion of the guy who gets the most votes getting the win. Like, that is important to me. And even though I think that Trump might not do well in the general, if he does, I don't think he'll do well as president, he should be the guy if that's who people vote for. So,
Yes.
there are people who are going to explain to me that the Democratic Party and the Republican Party aren't government and that they can do anything they want. Fuck off. I know that what you're saying is true, but they're effectively government. Can we agree on that? Can we agree that the president's either going to be a Democrat or Republican, and we have a two-party system, and we had the same two parties since like the 1800s, and that's how things actually are? So they should be run with at least the integrity that we've grown accustomed to in the government.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the protests that are going to happen tomorrow, which will be Friday, yesterday to you Saturday listeners and viewers, because Trump said they're going to have a big protest in Colorado, and I look forward to seeing what goes down there. It's going to be when they get down to the convention. I think if he's anywhere near 1237, they got to give it to him. If he gets 1100, like that one party guy said, they got to give it to him.
Is Kasich still in it, or is he done?
Yeah, he's in it.
In it.
What an
Mathematically
asshole.
eliminated, yeah. But just running so that he can take away
Kasich
from
is
Trump.
hoping that we add a few states to the union before this process is over, and they get to vote too. He's hoping that Greenland and maybe Australia get to vote. Maybe they'll want to go with him.
It should be criminal that, like, Trump is clearly going to get the most votes, but he's not clearly going to be the candidate, and that shouldn't be in question right now. So
Yeah. I look forward to it. I want to see Trump v. Hillary for the same reason I said I wanted to see it 3-4 months ago. It's my dream. It's going to be hilarious because I hate Hillary Clinton, and whether he can beat her or not, he's going to insult her. And I like seeing Hillary Clinton get insulted. Didn't someone call her a whore yesterday?
a Sanders supporter did, but I don't know what relation he had to Sanders or who it was. I mean,
Yeah.
people
It's not like
say
it was Sanders'
crazy
brother or something.
right? Or it wasn't
well,
like
it
it was
was-
Sanders.
Yeah, exactly. I don't
Chiz
know
is
how
about
you-
to type in who called her a whore. I think he's getting
Or
to
a
that.
whore.
It was
a warm-up guy.
It was a warm-up
that's
guy.
a little
Shit.
more associated. Yeah.
wow. And Trump, like, if there's a Trump fan who has like a racist sign, it's like that person
It's never
didn't even watch The Apprentice or know who Donald Trump is, but they'll be like, "Aha! One of his good friends being offensive in the parking lot," and it's like,
It's just
meanwhile,
like that colored
Bernie
people
Sanders
joke
guy
that-
does it, and everybody's like, "Well, how associated with him was it? Oh, he was the guy that walked out on stage. Oh, fuck. Well, look at Trump's name was Drumpf."
Sanders wasn't
Look at that
there.
content-rich link.
How can he be the warm-up guy? Well, who did he warm up for? Chiz?
Maybe
Spike
he was
Lee.
Sanders' fluffer. Is that what he meant? Warm-up guy for Sanders. Sanders wasn't there.
Yeah. Well, in any case, I really want to see this thing go to the next level. I'm tired of this Ted Cruz nonsense. I feel like Donald has beaten him, but the thing just keeps dragging on for some reason. Like, it's clear that Donald has beaten Cruz. It's clear that he's beaten all 16 of his opponents thus far. Did you see that leaked photo of the wall of shame at Trump headquarters? It's a picture of every candidate that he's knocked out. He's got him up there with like embarrassing photos of them. It
Like
says
it's the
wall of
Thunderdome.
shame on it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So-
He sees life as a huge competition, and
And he's winning.
Yeah, and he sees all of his opponents as just opponents to be beaten, and that's what he's doing one by one.
The show goes up on the 16th. On the 19th, New York votes. And if Hillary whoops up on Sanders in the election, like she's doing in the polls about the election, then Sanders is... Can we stop talking about Sanders?
Is New York going to be the time when they're pretty much going to have to say, like, all right, it's over. Like, we can't, we're done. Is that
I
like...
think so.
Yeah, like
Is that a line in the sand for
we're
real? Or are they going to
practically
be like,
there
oh,
now.
as long as we get Delaware, Like,
Unless she gets indicted, yes. I think if Sanders doesn't either win or at least do well, he has to either win or and he needs to do well to keep this thing going. Even without the super delegates involved, he's down by over 200. So he really needs to pick some of these up. 95 delegates at play. They always put those delegates out in different ways. You know, they'll be like 13 delegates if you win the state, but then the rest of them will go congressionally, district by district. It's hard to calculate what he needs to win exactly, but he needs to do well.
Yeah, like if you look at I'm going to mess this up somehow, but like the population of the state Sanders won combines for like 20 million. Florida also has 20 million. Like, and Hillary kicked his ass in Florida. Like, that's why he's so far behind. If you look at state by state, then suddenly, like, there's a game going on here. He's losing it, but there's a game. If you look at the population of those states, then, well, that's why he's getting his ass kicked in the delegate count. And when New York comes around, if he doesn't get more delegates than her, then it will be time to open your eyes and realize that Sanders is not in it. If he does get more delegates than her, then this gets really interesting.